Hello guys, let's talk about Albanian culture if you guys can hear me. Uh, because I'm using my phone, I don't have any professional type of device, so anyhow, let's talk about Albanian culture. It used to be, I don't think as there is anymore. They're losing the culture, people, so they don't do what they used to do. For example, before, let's talk about how people they got married before, back in the days. My mom and dad. My mom, they didn't know my dad at all. My dad didn't know my mom at all. Just they've been introduced for some people. They heard about it. They used to talk about they used to tell to the woman and used to tell to the man who's the woman, whether one of their families and one of the other families, for example, and they introduce afterwards. They talk about well, how good is what is good. So and then they show them a picture, like a picture, maybe not even a real person, or maybe a real person somehow far away. That's how it looked like, high and by, and then that's all it was. And then the people then they got engaged, then they got married, and then having a future, build a future, having a family and everything. So see, that's the main one, and like living culture. So that's the Albanian culture about the relationship, about marriage. So, but the next thing about the before used to be, now everybody whatever they can, but they're supposed to be every culture, I believe. So when education back in the days used to be terrible because there was not so many schools. The schools wasn't available in that time back in the days. So and Maine, where I come from, but maybe in Albania was more schools and more education higher than where we come from. We are from North Macedonia, part of outside of city. So there's the difference, But the education was hard, and then you had to go to another country back in the day, so you had to leave another country to go work and support your family, or support your mom and dad if your dad are old enough. So you as a son, you have to go and support a family. This was part of the deal back in the day. That's like a culture. You have to be for the family, but everywhere you go, you have to be for the family. So that's one thing. Then the food. Let's talk about the culture. When you go to visit any family member, for example, when you go, you just happen to go and just knock on the door. You go into the family. First thing they do is they're gonna ask you what you want to eat. Or some of them didn't even ask you. They already start cooking. The grandmas, aunties, or whatever, all family members. That's what the good people, that's a good family do. They go straight away. They're cooking. Either you hungry or not, they will do that. This is their tradition. They will start cooking. First thing they're gonna ask you what you want: tea, coffee, whatever. There's no alcohol, and they will serve you like I will say like a king. That's what they're supposed to be, their culture. But nowadays I don't think there is that culture anymore. And nowadays I don't think there is. It's the world the way it's becoming now. The culture has been changed by the people, by technology, by the social media. So now younger generation, what they see, what they do, what they hear, they're changing. So it's many things has changed, but the culture slowly, I hope it's still around to keep it as a culture, but I don't think so anymore, because now, first of all, I'm 41, not married, and so, but I had my life been but many of my friends they were married. Some of them they got divorced and they leave their wives, but things happen in people's life. But that's one part of the Albanian culture, if you like to know. And then food, it's awesome. I love the food, Albanian food. It's a lot of kind of like Albanian food is kind of like a Turkish or a little bit of like a Mexican spicy type of food we have as Albanian, like a Turkish Arabic mix, that type of food we have. And that's awesome food. We eat a lot of bread, and we eat a lot of vegetables, we eat a lot of type of stuff like that. That's the food part. And but we should, as now they don't, but we as a culture we should care another each other. When something happen in a for example, anything happen in a village, anything happen to you, any type of fight, involvement with anybody, it's something. What they fix the problem, there's no police involvement over there. Over there they fix, now maybe, I don't know, not in this time, but it used to be. And the older people, it was like, kind of like the most respected people, the older people, older generation, they fix the problem with like whatever was the situation, and they're gonna fix the problem. They're gonna take you, they're gonna take the other person, and they're gonna put you together and see who was wrong, who was right, and what happened, and let's just forget about it, and let's just be back friends together, and let's keep going, because you as a neighbor, as a village member, as a you gotta keep doing together same thing. It's like you gotta keep going, because it's like brothers and sisters. It's living together, so you gotta do those things. If you don't do it, then you have a problem with the village, with the people, with the neighbors, with everybody. So whatever you can be meant, they fix the solution themselves, you know. So, but that's for now I have. If anybody wants to know more about Albanian culture, please comment me down below. And if you like this channel, let's just grow this channel. Let's just keep that, share it. That's kind of videos to the world, so that we learn each other. You know, we learn some things each other. Okay, God bless you all. See you to the next one. Peace.